Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Endore Awakens. Whoa, yeah, part 9. Big shout out to my noise. I've got some sounds from Uganda, and it's really beautiful. So I'll be using that today, uh, and I'll be adjusting my headsets because my headsets tend to make everything louder. You don't notice it, I do. So if you hear me pause sometimes in mid-sentence, it's because I'm adjusting my headsets. Again, I still don't have a microphone solution, but it's fine. I'll deal with it. I, for the most part, feel like my recordings are about the same. My voice is a little quieter, so I'll try to keep the background sounds a little bit more under control. And I do apologize if sometimes my background sounds are loud. Sometimes when you're just talking to yourself all day long, as YouTubers tend to say, which is what we do as YouTubers, just talk to ourselves, and I talk to myself here in my studio, it gets a little lonely when there's nothing to hear. So I really love hearing things like my noise. And with my noise, I can kind of go anywhere in the world and really enjoy the beautiful sounds and rich cultures of other peoples. And it's really beautiful. Today it's Uganda. And again, if you want to hear this new sound, you'll have to pick up my noise. You can find a link to them in my description. Of course, I want to send a big shout out to today's game, which is Endore Awakens. The developer's name is Javier Hernandez Torres, who has done an absolutely excellent job with the mastering of the game, with the streamlining of the game, with the upgrades, with the updates, with the content, with the sounds, with the accessibility. Just a marvelous job, mate. Great job. And yeah, of course, I'm continuing to add constructive, positive feedback for the game. So just letting you know, I have nothing negative to say about Endore Awakens. It's a beautiful game. I wouldn't have played it 9 times if, for the channel, if I didn't think it was a magnificent game, and it is. Today we're going to be focusing on the current dungeon we're in. It's a dungeon with a lot of poisonous creatures, as you remember. You can go back and check out my first entry into the dungeons in this area. I completed the current dungeon, and we're going to go into the second part. We won't complete it, but we will talk about some of the things that I can teach you. Today I'm going to teach you how to use the cast bar, the cast button inside of the dungeon. We're also going to probably focus in on some better ways to target monsters. I might perhaps equip some equipment in the dungeon. But first of all, we're going to also take a look at some of the gear that I did find in the dungeon. I'm going to place that in my inventory. And yeah, I'm also going to let you know I also purchased
26,000, 1,005 premium, gems and gold,
what's it
image.
called again? I bought the premium. I'm also going to be offering some constructive feedback on how we can improve premium. So let's probably get the constructive feedback out of the way. So first of all, when you purchase premium, I think it is $6.99. It's going to take you to your app store, and you're going to have to put your account in. And you can choose to not receive receipts, or you can choose to receive receipts. I chose not to receive receipts because I don't need more emails. I already get enough emails already. Another cool thing is you can always cancel the day before you renew. So if you just want to try it for 1 month for $7, you can do so. And for the most part for me, though I did say in the previous video, I did not have the budget, I just am pretty much at the point that I don't like sitting through the ads. I absolutely just won't do it. And though it isn't really in my budget, I'm just going to just enjoy the fact that I am now a premium user. Now, if it turns out I don't feel like it's worth it, or if I beat the game and there's nothing to do, there's no content, then I will just cancel premium. Obviously you want to wait to the day before your premium renews to cancel because you want to get the full 30 days of premium. So yes, I'm now a premium user, and I feel like I have a little bit more agency in talking about some features of premium I'd like to improve. So I got a bit of a little dialogue about premium, so you can fast forward about 5 minutes or so if you want to skip this part. So let's talk about premium. It's $7, and that's every month. And premium auto renews the same day that you purchased it. So if you purchased it on the first of the month, it will renew every first of the month. And you can cancel it one day before the first of the month. That's an example. Now, you might have purchased it on a different day. I myself did not purchase it on the first of the month. I purchased it on the 6th of the month. I feel like I have some weed whackers here. I may have to close my window. Give me 1 second. I'll come back to talking about this. Turn on my fan real quick. It's been very hot. It's been very seasonably warm here in Midtown Endore. All right. So yeah, it's been very seasonably warm here in Sacramento, which is totally normal. Sacramento is a very warm a city during the summer. All right. So let's continue to talk about premium. So after you've gone through the process of purchasing premium, you are all set. You'll have to enter your password, so you'll need to know your password. I'm sure you know that. Of course, don't share your password to anybody, and make sure you keep your information private. And if you're concerned about purchases, please make sure you activate receipts. And if you are not an adult and you're using your parents' or another guardian's account, make sure you get permission before you purchase a recurring charge. There's nothing, I can tell you right now, there's nothing that's more irritating to guardians and parents than when their child purchases something and doesn't tell them about it. Don't leave your parents any nasty surprises. I'm going to tell you right now, even for me, I am at the age where even I don't like any surprises. Like, I don't want a $7 surprise to happen to me when I'm paying rent and other things like that. So get your parents or guardians' permission, or whoever is in control of your account's financial purchases. You can also purchase things like this if you don't want things coming directly out of your debit card. You can also purchase a prepaid amount of Apple Store currency, which is US dollars. You can also ask friends and family to pay you for jobs you do, like mowing the lawn, dog sitting. You can have them pay you in a gift card. Put that into your iOS store account or redeem that gift card, and you'll actually have money sitting there which will pay for your auto renewals and any currency or games you buy. So just keep in mind, you can make sure that everything coming out of your financial situation is covered in advance. So if you're not really sure if you should be taking money out of your checking because of things like that, you can do a gift card. All right. Some things that you get with premium. So one of the things you get with premium is you don't have to watch ads. That's the number one thing you don't have to do. So I pay about $40-50 a month for YouTube to not watch ads, and it's 100% worth it because I don't have to watch ads, and ads in YouTube are extremely long. So I also give myself more credit, or give other YouTube content creators more credit when I watch their videos, because I'm a premium user. I get access to kind of new kind of material and new experimental beta kind of platforms on YouTube. So being a premium user on YouTube gives me a lot of advantages. Same thing goes here. You don't have to watch any commercials when you're a premium user for Endore Awakens. I'll also check on Endore, depths of Endore. I'll check and see if it works the same way. But I don't plan on getting, well, I say that now, but I definitely do not plan on getting premium on 2. I definitely cannot afford that. That's too much. But yes, I would really like if I do have premium that it would give me premium on Depths of Endor. Because eventually on the channel, I'd like to go back to Depths of Endor and play it and see how it plays. That would be really, really cool. All right, so you don't have to watch ads. So how does that work? Whenever you receive a reward for completing a dungeon, instead of having to decide if you want to watch an ad or skip an ad or hold an ad, you automatically get the rewards for completing that dungeon. The ad reward is automatically given to you. As far as receiving free gems, you receive a free pack of 60 gems every hour. Or is it states 1H. 1H just means 1 hour. So the acronym of H is just hour. So every 1 hour you receive 60 gems. So in fact, if you're really proactive, you could, I mean, this is ridiculous, but if you wanted to, you could sleep 8 hours and basically you could collect 16 hours worth of gems, which would come out to 60 times, 60 times it'll be 600 plus 60 times 6, 900, I mean 960. You could collect 960 gems in a day if you collected your gems every hour. And you could still sleep 8 hours a day. Okay, so you wouldn't have to go. Now, if you wanted to, if you don't sleep, and I don't recommend this, you could collect 60 gems 24 hours a day. So that would be roughly 60 times 10 twice. That'd be 1,200 plus 240, 1,440 gems. You could collect 1,440 gems a day, which would be crazy. And with those gems, you could then turn around, go into the shop, and purchase all the gold you want. And that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be every hour, except for when I'm in dungeons, I'm going to be collecting my gems. And then after a day of that or two, I'm going to go ahead and purchase the highest package of gold I can. Now remember, the one cool thing is gold is not going to cost you real money when you have gems, because you're getting your gems from your premium. So think about it this way: you're easily able to afford to get gold because you can buy gold with your currency, which is your gems.
26,800, 1,005 buy premium, gems and gold,
shop.
image. Dungeon, image, buy premium, gems and gold, image.
Let's go to the shop. Now, to go to the shop, there isn't a good button there, so we do need a good button there. So I don't mean to be critical of the developer. I'm just trying to make things great for all of you. My primary job, folks, is to entertain you, but my secondary jobs are to make sure, and they're a very close behind secondary job, to make sure that everything in an app is streamlined, accessible, crunchy, punchy, and it makes you feel good as a blind and visually impaired person when you interact with it. So please don't feel like when I drop little critiques on how buttons feel, how the UI expresses itself, the UX experience, in other words, the UX means UI experience. I'm just offering those particular critiques to help to let developers know what can be improved, what would feel better, what makes me feel better. But in the end, these are just my opinion. You may feel that they're totally okay. As I tell people all the time, if you have an opinion, that is exactly what I love to hear. Please exercise your instruments in the comments. But as I kind of like to say to people, I do get people who can be a bit personal. I don't prefer that. If you really need to be kind of rude, I'm not going to stop you. You want to dislike my videos, I'm not going to stop you. But the point is, We're trying to help our whole community and everyone else who's listening. If you're a very intelligent person and empathetic person, you can still offer your own opinions without personally criticizing me. I know that people like to criticize me. I'm not trying to be a victim, but I'm saying that it's really not very useful or advantageous to everyone. If you have some very important feedback, if you have a pro tip, I've always told you all, feel free to comment as much as you want to. I am very positive about that. So offer your positive pro tips and comments. Leave me out of it, and feel free to drop several comments if you want. It's really beneficial if you make your comments about the content, about what you need to fix. If you need to correct something, then you can, if you really feel like you need to say it, you can just say a correction on stats or correction on character, guilds, etc., etc. Any game I'm playing, I give you free will. You have free will. So let me correct myself. You have free will to express when I've made a error. But don't waste a lot of time saying you're wrong. Oh, you're doing it bad. Let's not be about right or wrong. Let's be about getting everything straight on the record. So, for the most part, I'd like you to offer information to the audience here that's useful. And it isn't useful when you waste a lot of time directing personal, like, side eyes and negative commentary toward me. It just shows that you have an issue or a grudge, and it just really doesn't do much to elevate our community. I would like to keep our community elevated and on the moral high ground so that people know that when it comes to our community, they're not dealing with a bunch of drama and dismissive commentary. So I will never dismiss you. I will always respect your comments. I'd like you to respect what I do here too. All right, so moving on. So again, talking about premium, one of the things happens is that you don't have to watch commercials anymore, so you can do that. You can listen to that whole calculation before my rant, and you can make a whole lot of gems, and then in turn, you could spend those gems on gold. So let me show you. So remember I talked about all the gems
Dungeon,
I can get
image,
in a couple
store,
of days?
image,
Well,
explore image,
let's see what I
dungeon,
can buy
buy
with
premium,
those
gems and gold, image, back, button, gem store, pet your premium, buy gems, heading,
All right, I'm in premium. Okay,
plus
I'm gonna
200
get
gems,
back to
small gem
a little
pack,
comment I have about the
$1.99,
premium
image, plus 200
reviews.
gems, small gem pack, $1.99,
So, as you can hear here, you can get a small gem pack for $2. Now, I get more
plus
than
600
that
gems, medium gem
with
pack,
my
$4.99,
premium
image,
subscription.
plus 600 gems, medium gem pack, $4.99,
For $4.99, I can get 600 gems, but I can get 600 gems if I log into the game for 10 hours straight.
plus
I can
1,400
get that
gems,
for free.
large gem pack,
So basically, you're saving
$9.99,
money.
image, plus 1,400 gems, large gem pack, $9.99,
For $9, I can get 1,400 gems, or I can log in. For roughly, I don't know, 12 hours straight, which is just every hour set a timer, and every hour log in, collect your gems, and then your phone automatically goes on a 59-minute timer. By the way, it's really easy to sync up a timer to the gem renewal, the free gem renewals when you have premium. So you don't have to spend $9 on a bunch of
plus
gems.
4,000
You can do
gems,
it for
epic
free.
gem pack,
Just a little
$24.99,
bit of
image,
tapping.
plus 4,000 gems, epic gem pack, $24.99,
Now this is a little bigger. An epic gem pack is $24. You'll get 4,000 gems. This would take you roughly, I would say this would take you roughly 3 to 4 days of constantly logging in. I don't recommend it. You don't need to be that greedy. But if you wanted to, you can get $24
gold,
of free
heading.
gems just by logging in every hour for 4 days straight. Now that's the highest gem pack you can buy, $24 for 4,000 gems. And I will make an exact breakdown, and I'll put it inside of the description.
Plus 4,000 gems. Buy gold. Heading.
Now let's get into
Heading not found.
gold buy.
Plus 2,500 gold. 100. Image. Plus
Buy
2,500 gold. 100.
So as you can hear, you can buy 2,500 gold for 100 gems. You can get 100
plus 15,000 gold.
gems
500.
and
Image.
2 hours.
Plus 15,000 gold. 500. Plus 15,000 gold. 500. Image. Plus 15,000 gold. 500.
Gold for 500 gems. 500 gems.
Explore image.
You can get 500
Gems. Image.
gems in about
Plus 35,000
9
gold.
hours.
1,000. Image. Plus 35,000 gold. 1,000. Gems.
You can
Image.
get
Plus 35,000 gold. 1,000. Image. Plus 35,000 gold. 1,000.
For 1,000
Gems.
gems.
Image.
You can get 1,000
Plus 80,000
gems
gold.
in
2,000.
about
Image.
12
Plus 80,000
hours.
gold. 2,000.
For 2,000, for 80,000 gold, you can buy, excuse me, let me say this correctly. You can buy 80,000 gold for 2,000 gems, which
Gems.
you can
Image.
probably
Turns.
pull
Button.
off in 2 to 3
Privacy.
days.
Button.
Pretty easy. There's some terms there. Make sure you read that so you don't purchase something and expect to get a refund. For the most part, remember folks, when you spend real money, though developers will sometimes refund it if you made a mistake, please read all the terms of agreement and make sure you don't purchase something. Don't buy what you can't afford. Don't spend money that you don't have. And do not spend money if you are not an adult or a guardian. Make sure you get an adult or guardian's permission to spend money. Please spend your real life money responsibly. Obviously, put some money in your savings account, okay? Don't just spend all money on games and fun. Make sure you've got a rainy day fund put away. I'm not a financial counselor, but I'm just giving you some good suggestions. All right. So, as you can hear, what am I saving up for? Obviously, you know what I'm saving up for. I'm going to be saving up to get the 80,000 gold for 2,000 gems because that's a really great deal. Let me see what that comes out to. Alexa, what is 80,000 divided by 2,000?
80,000 divided by 2,000 is 40.
Okay, so basically, you get 40 gold for every 1 gem. That's really good. That's a really good deal. So.
Turns.
Let's
Gems.
see if there's
Image.
a
Plus
better
80,000
deal.
gold.
Let me see if there are
Gems.
other
Image.
deals
Plus
are a little
35,000
better
gold. 1,000. Image. Plus 35,000 gold. 1,000.
Okay, 35,000 seems like a worse deal. 35,000 gold. You could buy 35,000 gold for 1,000 gems. Let me ask Lady A what the math is on that one. Alexa, what is 35,000 divided by 1,000?
35,000 divided by 1,000 is 35.
Oh, well, it actually seems like a better deal. Wait a second, that's a better deal. Wait, yeah, you know, you're right. They're right. So if you buy the 35,000 gold for 1,000, you do that twice. That's 60. No, actually, shouldn't come out to more. That comes out to 70,000 gold. But you get
Gems.
a little
Image.
less gold, so...
Plus 80,000 gold. 2,000. Image. Plus 80,000 gold.
again.
2,000.
Let's try that again. Alexa, what is 80,000 divided by 2,000?
80,000 divided by 2,000 is 40.
It says 40. So maybe what I'm thinking is you get... Okay, here's why I'm doing the math wrong. Okay, so you get 35 gold for every gem at that mark. You get 40 gold for every gem at the highest mark, which is 80,000 for 2,000. So yeah, I'm sorry. My math was a little off. I do apologize. So yes, you're going to get the most bang for your buck by getting the 80,000 package. And that's going to take you a few days. So again, I would make it a goal for at least one every week. Try to purchase yourself the 80,000 package. So do not spend all your gems at Vesperus Black, but you can. Oh, also, I'm going to let you guys know, as we are talking about, I haven't gotten to my criticisms of Premium. I will in a second here. I just can't resist telling you, I have actually found a new NPC, and I'm going to be looking for them at the inn, which is where they all hide and talk and have drinks and stuff. But yeah, let's finish talking about Premium, and then I'll move on to other topics. And I, of course, like to play a little bit today if I have time. I have a very busy schedule today, so I don't know if I'm going to get a lot of time to play. I also have another IMO. Of course, you know, I've always got IMOs. I'm going to talk about that today, too. Okay, so let's talk about some of my criticisms of Premium. Now, once you unlock Premium, I would really like the game to stop saying buy Premium. Can we turn that billboard off? That would be great. Secondly, when you buy Premium, I would really like if I didn't have to log in every hour to collect my rewards. Could my rewards please collect themselves? And that would make me keep Premium forever. So let's say I'm getting a 60 gem reward every hour. Let me log in and let it automatically collect. I don't like that I have to go in and collect it. I know I'm being very, very, very lazy. I said very 3 times. I'm actually just being lazy. I would prefer if with my Premium purchase per month, all my rewards were collected. I earned them, I bought them, I want them given to me. So I would like my reward of my experience gains to constantly be active, and I would like my, and I think that is true, I'll double check, and I would like my gym rewards to be automatic, and I would like my daily rewards to be automatic. Okay, IMO number 1. I would really appreciate if my daily rewards were faster than 24 hours. Right now, they're incredibly slow, and there's no difference between Premium and those who don't have Premium. So can we please cut my Premium wait time in half? It is really, really too slow. All right, let's talk about other things you get for being a Premium user. So one of the things you get is an experience boost, and I'm going to tell you there's a little typo or there's an error or I'm mishearing it. But when I didn't have Premium, when I watched the ad, I got 120% experience, but it feels like maybe that was a typo. Now I didn't double check it because it's really hard to double check it. But do we receive 120% or do we receive 20%? Is it something I'm mishearing? Y'all let me know in the comments what you think about it. If the developer Javier Hernandez Torres is listening, how much experience buff do you receive when you're a non-premium user? Now, when you are a premium user, you get a 20% bonus to experience and loot. I'm going to go ahead and
Gems,
let
image,
you
plus
hear
35
that.
gems,
Let me
plus
go
15
to
explore
my
image.
bonuses.
Buy gold, heading. Buy gems, gem store. Heading not found. Your premium. Gem store, back, button. Buy premium, gems and gold, image.
All right, once I come out of premium, I'm going to show you my daily collection area where I collect my gold, my experience, and my gems. Well, I collect my experience, my loot bonus,
Dungeon, image, store,
experience
image,
bonus,
store,
my loot
in, image,
bonus, and
skills,
my
image,
free gems.
bestiary, image, bang, daily chest, image, daily chest.
Okay, it's called the daily chest. And MIO number 2, I'd like to dress this up. I think the daily chest should be placed at the top, right after our gems and our gold,
Bang,
after
daily
our gold
chest,
and our
image,
gems.
daily
I think the
back,
daily
button.
chest is too low. And I do believe when the daily chest, IMO number 3, is ready to be claimed, it should be bright, shiny. It should have some little shiny sparkles on it or something. I like it. I know. You're like, I don't want to advertise microtransactions. It doesn't matter. You're a free citizen allowed to exercise your free will. Responsibly, of course. So I would really like if the daily chest was a little shiny when you had something to collect. Also, as I said in my earlier IMO, if you are a premium user, I think our rewards should be auto-collected for us. Now, let's go into the daily rewards, which I also think IMO number 4 is misnamed because it's not just daily rewards. It's not just daily
chest,
rewards.
heading.
It's also, it's several things. Daily chest is not just a daily chest. It's also, what I meant to say, it's daily rewards. It's your everyday, rewards and how long you're counting down. It's your bonuses to loot. So we got to get a better name
daily
for
chest,
daily
heading.
chest. It's simple. I get it. It's simple. It's perfect.
Daily
Let's
chest,
go inside.
heading.
I'd like to get a button on this one, but let's go inside. All right, a crunchy button for everything is always the best method of operation. Okay, best practices, crunchy, punchy buttons. All right, so let's go ahead and check out what happens in the daily chest.
Extra rewards.
So
heading.
in the daily chest, which should be called daily rewards, you get the headings, which is really great. There's headings on everything. I just want to say the accessibility is extraordinary. It's great. It's definitely best practices. The accessibility works. It can only improve and get better. We still have some images. I'd love to have images described. If you're a developer like Javier, anytime you want to describe images, it's really beneficial to my community because we like hearing, even if it's a bag of gold or a treasure chest, we not only love sounds, but we love to have images described. All right, so let's
plus 20% EXP and loot.
let's take a
Active.
look at
Image.
some of the
Plus 20%
things that are
EXP and
in
loot.
the daily
Active.
chest.
Premium.
All right, so what's really great here is it says it's active, so that's automatic, which is really good, and I wanted to double check that before I made a mistake and misstated it. I did slightly misstate it, but yes, as long as you're a premium user or purchaser, premium being active will give you 20% experience boost and 20% loot boost. Can we bump, please, IMO number 5, can we bump that experience up to 40%? And can we bump that loot up to 30%? Obviously, I'm not trying to be very greedy.
Alert.
But
The Wi-Fi
I
network
think
M0 areas
experience boost is a
161054
little
does not appear to
small,
be
and
connected to the internet. Do you want to use cellular data? Button.
Ask you to tell me
Plus
about my
20%
Wi-Fi.
EXP and
I have
loot.
cellular
Active. Image.
data.
Plus 20% EXP and loot. Endore
Sorry
Awakens.
about that. Let me
Cellular.
make sure
3 of 4 bars.
I'm still
Signals control
recording.
center.
Give me a second.
Airplane mode selected. Screen
Sorry.
recording. Button. Edit controls. Open controls.
I want to make sure we're still recording.
Screen Facebook. Button. Stop recording. Button.
Alert. The Wi-Fi network M0 areas 161054.
App switcher. Endore
Okay,
Awakens.
we're still
Active.
good.
Endore Awakens. Active.
We're still
Endore Awakens. Back.
recording. Okay, very brief 10-second side story. My local internet provider has been working on improving our internet. We're going to get some cool stuff, but it's been very sporadic of recent, so I do apologize. All right, so, and they've been working on it every Monday through Friday almost, and so I have cellular data on both my iPhone and my iPad, so I'm okay. But it's really hard for people who only have Wi-Fi because they don't have any internet when it's down, and it's typically down for maybe 5 to 6 hours. So it's not the cable company's problem. It's just that they have to fix it, upgrade it. They have to follow state regulations and statutory whatever. But anyway, I really appreciate my networks. They're really good. But yeah, it can be really a pain when they're down for a long period of time.
Plus 20 premium. Dim.
So,
Button.
let's get back to
Plus 20%
talking about
EXP and
daily
loot.
chest.
Active. Image. Premium. Dim. Button.
So, all right, I really like that it's dimmed. Again, best practices is always to have voiceover mark things as dimmed so that you don't try to double tap it. And if your phone's in your pocket, it doesn't try to double tap it. There are two things that occur for visually impaired folks. That's number one, the curiosity to know if a button is active and whether or not your phone, in your pocket, your pocket doesn't double tap a button and therefore purchase something, activate something, make your character attack the wrong target. So again, it's really great when buttons are locked down with dimmed, because that makes it safe for you to carry your phone even if you don't have your screen dimmed. Obviously, folks, you can dim your screen, you can turn off your temporarily just close off your screen. You can do any of that stuff. I'm not saying that visually impaired folks are not capable of understanding how to prevent accidental key presses. I'm not trying to say that. I'm saying that it's really great when devs make these processes easier on us. I'm going to give them credit for whatever I can give them credit for. So that's dimmed, telling you that you can't activate it again because it's already active.
Plus 60 gems. Image.
And it
Plus
even
60
says
gems.
it's
Free.
active.
Button.
All right, let's move on to the next one. Now, you also receive, every hour, you receive 63 gems. So
Plus 60. Free. Button.
to collect this, which I think should be automatic, you got that nice crispy little button. I wouldn't call it punchy, but that's a good button. Sounds good. I'd like the buttons to sound a little louder, be a little punchy. And so which means they clack, they got a metallic sounding sound, and or they go poof, and then you hear some coins fall in or some gems fall in your hand. Remember, as developers, you can make buttons have all the extra cool sounds you want. You're not hurting me as a voiceover user. You're not hurting me. I love if my buttons do cool stuff. I really wish developers would really understand. You can do a lot of extra things with buttons to make them sound really cool. You're not going to hurt my feelings as a blind person to have my buttons making a little extra sound. In fact, I appreciate it. Opinions do vary. Do your own testing, of course, or you can have me test. You know, I'm always available at gamedoubletap@gmail.com. You can always reach out to me, developers. You know, Mr. Torres, of course, has permission to use any of the cool thumbnails that I've added to Endore Awakens, by the way, which were made by Poyo. Our artist is back. Yes, she's back. Yes, Poyo is, let me get my cha-ching. Where's my cha-ching button? Where's my cha-ching button? Oh, well, got my yes button. Well, Poyo is back, and yes, she is doing more thumbnails. We have 3 new thumbnails, and we have a thumbnail for Endore Awakens. It's quite beautiful. And we are getting 3 more thumbnails made. They are not a cheap process, so if you want to support the channel for now, financially, the way you could support my channel is by subscribing, staying subscribed, watch all the videos. In fact, one of the coolest things you can do is like my videos. So simple, totally free, and takes about 11 seconds to do. And if you really, really, really got that extra time, go ahead and leave a comment. And if you really are cool, you can definitely double tap on subscribe, and you can double tap on all. You can ring the bell if you're visual, and hey, that really helps me. And you know, you can watch my playlist. If you are the super extra special person, I know you are, you can just play my playlist on loop. I have a playlist called Cozy Gaming with Mike. Usually there's a good score or so of videos on those playlists. That it keeps growing. These are very mellow videos. They're not meant to, I mean, they're missing a little bit of volume with a microphone. So you might have to turn them up a little bit. So, but you can really do me a favor by going to my channel, swiping over to you here playlist, and the very first playlist you hear is Cozy Gaming with Mike. Double tap on that, and then just touch any video you want to listen to first. And then once you start listening to that video, you can swipe to your left until you hear loop, save, or you can say shuffle. I prefer to go loop and shuffle. So that way, all the videos keep playing while I'm cleaning house, doing laundry, running, or taking getting ready in the morning. And then I can also have it on loop. So it won't just jump out of that playlist, it will stay in that playlist and it'll keep looping. That's really awesome because it gives me a view, it gives me watch time hours, and though these are not as important to YouTube as likes and subscriptions, it does get my channel noticed, and it will make it easier for you to find my content because I know many of you have hundreds of YouTubers you listen to. So watch my playlist on loop. I know it's very old school, but it's totally effective for supporting my channel in lieu of a membership, which, by the way, we are trying to get to 500 subscribers when I can open up memberships. I can open up memberships at 500 subscribers, and that is something we can get to. We're currently somewhere a little bit past 274 subscribers, and if we can get to 500 subscribers, which I'd love to have happen before the end of the year, we could definitely get memberships started by early next year, which would be awesome. And with memberships, there's a ton of ways you can support the channel. I really do hope YouTube lowers memberships to maybe 300 subscribers. That would be really, really cool. But as it is right now, it's gated behind 500 subscribers, which isn't an easy feat. All right, so let's
Daily
get
rewards.
back
Day 5 plus 30 gems.
finishing off
Image.
this
Day 5 plus 30 gems.
conversation
Daily
before this
rewards.
video goes
Heading.
on too long. So you can just double tap on that free button.
Day 5 plus 30 gems.
and your
Image. Day 5 plus
60
30
gems
gems.
will be
21
given
hours,
to you
27 minutes.
automatically. Now, I would really love a heading to be placed here, and I'd like a little bit, IMO number 6, I'd like a little bit more frill and pomp and circumstances added to the daily rewards. Right now, every 24 hours you get a very micro amount of gems. It's too low. If we're going to keep logging in every day, let's triple the rewards on these rewards. They're really too low. I think it goes up, it starts off at 15 and it goes up to 20, then 30, then 40. It's really too low. Can we get that amount increased a little bit more? Daily rewards should be really juicy and substantial. So this is too low. The fanfare is very minimal. I'd like to see this improved. Again, this isn't a big deal. This isn't accessibility we're talking about. This is just, in my opinion, an improvement I like to hear happen. All right, so I like these rewards to be greatly improved. They're way too low. Also, can we throw some gold in there with the gems? So I'd like to see gems and gold granted, and maybe even a treasure chest. A treasure chest inside of a treasure chest. Yes, we can do that. And maybe inside of the treasure chest would be a small reward. Maybe it'd be rare, sometimes it'd be epic, maybe once in a blue moon it'd be legendary. But I'd love to see these daily rewards much improved. All right, so let's go ahead and get out of this. I think we've covered
Daily
everything.
free. Plus 6 premium. Dim. Button. Plus 20%
IMOs
EX
have
extra
been
rewards. Heading.
many,
Daily chest.
so-
Head back. Button. Daily chest. Image. Daily chest.
Let's go back. Or again, you have the, if you want to get to the back button faster, just 4-finger tap the top of your phone, swipe until you hear back, double tap on back, and you're right back on your city screen. IMO number 7. This is my biggest IMO. Can we please get rewards? Can we please get rewards for our gems while in dungeons? Because you cannot activate your gem collections while in the dungeon. That's really frustrating. It's annoying. Can I say anything else negative? That's all I could think of. Again, I'm greedy, so I'm a negative thing too. So yeah, when you're greedy like me, you want to collect your gems anytime. So can we please have an ability to peek back at our city and collect our gems? I don't want to leave the dungeon. I want to stay in the dungeon where I am, where I have been so conveniently placed and memorized by the developer, which is awesome. But I really love to collect my gems, but I can't do that because I'm in the dungeon. So I'd really like to be able to collect my gems anytime, any time of the day, no matter where I am. I really don't see the point of realism when we're in a fantasy game. There isn't any realism here. I understand people want to create artificial realism, but you don't need to. We're playing a game, let's have fun. I want to collect my gems. I want my gems. I want my gems. I want my gems. So, again, I'm going to go ahead and wrap that up. Let me check our time and see if we have time. I don't know if we have time to get into a little Dungeon Explorer. Today I wanted to talk about premium. I also promised you I'd talk about the casting bar. I'm going to go through that tutorial real quick. But let's see how much time I have left. I don't think I do not believe we have enough time to go into the dungeon. So here, let's talk about how to use the cast bar and how to cast multiple spells on your team members. Okay, so remember I told you I couldn't figure out how to use a team member to cast spells in sequence on different members of my party. Well, I figured it out finally. So, once you are in the dungeon, if you want to focus a particular character and select them, you're going to make sure headings is activated on your rotor. Swipe down to your at something called I think it's called cast or something. Not cast. There's a name for it. I can't think of it. But go down to the very bottom. Okay, just go down to the very bottom. If you swipe down and there's no more places to swipe down to, it will just go doink, doink, doink. That means you can't go any farther. I know, I'm so scientific. I'm such a professional. So, once you're at the very bottom of your dungeon screen, swipe to your right until you hear your party members. If you're like me, you have 4 party members with you. By the way, you don't have to bring 4 party members. If you want to, you can bring 1, you can bring 2, you can bring 3. The maximum you can bring is 4, as far as I know. Okay, so once you have your party members at the bottom of the screen, you can swipe through them. As you swipe with voiceover to the right, you will focus on each party member. It will say their name. It will state if they are have been currently afflicted by a debuff, which is like poison or something. It will state if they've been given a buff, like Vigor Totem or something else really marvelous. And it will then let you swipe again, and you'll get to hear their hit points, which is the first percentage, and their energy, which is the second percentage. Then, as you keep swiping to your right, you'll hear all of your party members. Once you find the party member that you'd like to use to cast a spell, make sure they're focused, and then double tap on that party member. Now that you're on that party member, what